Hey guys, it's me T coming at you with a video. I just want to see what you're able to see. There's like everything dropping behind me. Okay. And because I was sorry. I was just chillaxing. Actually, it's very good that this is uncovered. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna get cozy, okay? Because it's a cozy reading. Okay. So, for this reading, we're going to do this week's reading, obviously, and we're going to start off with the masculine as kind of like, actually, are we starting off with the masculine? Yeah, we are. We're starting off with the masculine as kind of like the foundational strong base. And then we're going to use the feminine cards as a as like a heightenedness of sorts, but also keep in mind the masculine supports the feminine. Okay, so sorry for the lighting. Like I just feel like this is like way in my face. Ah, that's kind of cool. All right, cool. Yeah, we're doing that. All right. All right. I don't know. I was reading before, so I was like, where the okay. I don't know what's good, what's not, so we're just going to leave it at that. Oh, I kind of love this lighting. Yes. Okay. I'm very grateful to be on here with you guys because of the fact that I was feeling highly agitated right before I got on, so I'm guessing that was like my ego saying, no, don't go on. And I was like, no, fuck it, we're going on. Because I don't give a damn. I was like, yo, we gotta do this because I missed last week, so I'm sorry, by the way. I'm sorry. And I didn't even realize that until I was talking to a friend, and I was like, oh, fuck, I forgot. I have to, like, stick it into my calendar because I do want to really do weeklies. I think they're important. Okay, so we're asking for the highest and best 4 cards to be placed at the top of this deck, a team. Grand Master G, Grand Majesty G, my higher self, Team Spirit, a team. In terms of what the collective that I attract needs to hear, or that I jive with, that I vibe with. And also in accordance to the 4 categories that I have on this green card. Thank you. Oh. Am I accepting this card right now? Is this the highlight card for... Is this like the theme of the week? Yeah, this is the theme of the week. Oh, nice. Oh, guys, yes. Wait, do I share this right now? Okay, I'm going to share it later. Sorry, I saw it, but it's really good. Alright, so it's really good. Really good theme. You'll look forward to that. Sometimes, I got to be in on the ends and then let you know. Okay, hold on. Wait a second, guys. Oh, it's going to be a really good week. I think I needed that to boost my own energy here, not gonna lie, so. Not that there's any fucking rules as to how we're doing this. Is this the first card that I'm taking? Interesting, it's got flipped over like that. Okay. I don't know how the fuck we're gonna fit all these cards on here, but I'm gonna move, hold on 1 second, guys. I'm gonna move this up here. Okay. Alright, so we need the next card. So that was for the health, is that right? Yeah, okay. I just want to double check. Alright, so now we're doing the financial wealth. Okay, I guess so they want it to pop. They want them to pop this time around. They don't want to be at the top of this deck. They're being rebellious. Is this the 3rd card right now that just popped? Okay. And a 4th card. For the business. For the business side of things. Whew. This bitch has got to breathe. Alright. Excellent. And actually it's funny because they're like not only flipping, but they're like flipping over to be seen. So that could definitely indicate that something is going to be revealed this week. Excellent. And we'll talk about the bottom of the deck if need be. We're going to do that. Do we shuffle all of them right now for the togetherness factor? Okay. No, they want us to do one thing at a time. I don't know why I just learned that, but I'm telling you, I'm feeling agitated. I like rarely slam too, which is so hilarious. Like I'm actually pretty like gentle with my stuff. So it's me like just, I don't know, busting out of something. I don't know. Okay. So the first card up is for the health. Oh, I love this. Okay, it's the 0 card and it's the Dreamer. Archangel Metatron, and it's crazy because like I had to call upon him today for a couple of times for like because I was feeling just so like there's like an influx of like this really positive, powerful, big energy coming in, and I was just like breathing through it, and I was feeling like just a whole bunch of like I was feeling like irritated, but like I was feeling like usually I can control my emotions really well, but like these emotions that were coming out of me were like there's no controlling them. Like they just need to come out. Like they're tired of being asleep. Do you get what I'm saying? And they're tired of being like maybe like not heard, or you're tired of making things fit for yourself that is like not fitting anymore. Do you know what I'm saying? Like you need your I feel like I need a little bit more light. So it's kind of like so yeah, and actually that was very representative of in terms of like what we need, like anything that was like in the dark that like just needs to come out, just needs to be brought out. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's through like, you know, like roughness or just like I don't know what you want to call it, like stuff that you normally don't do. If you start doing, you're just like, why am I doing that? It's like because you have to get this kind of like energy out of you. But it's very interesting because I love this card. It's the Dreamer. It's Archangel Metatron is the angel behind it. By the way, sorry for the background noise. It's a leap of faith, follow your dreams, unexpected opportunities. Oh my god, it's so cool. Okay, maybe this is better. Yeah, not that you can really see it up close, but hey. It's like better lighting for the card, but not that you can see it up close. So anyhow, so yeah, there's a lot of unicorns. There's a lot of, I feel as though this is a very like Wheel of Fortune card, where the Wheel of Fortune is like, you're like walking through this gateway, but also it's kind of like, you know, whatever you wanted out of this vortex you're getting, right? So it's a lot like following your dreams. It's very interesting. It's actually interesting that it says follow your dreams, because usually things that come up would be like follow your heart, right? So that's why I was just like looking, because I have that actually in one of my corners, and it says follow your dreams. So I was seeing to see if it matched up. So that's very interesting. The dog in this card is acting kind of like a guide. I'm gonna try to make you guys see, but you know what? It may not work because we're in just. I'm literally. It's so funny. My mind wanted to say awful lighting, like, but it's. I would have never said that. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, all this like fucked up like weird shit. You know what I'm saying? So whatever, just like let it be real, like whatever, you know, just like let it flow through you and just like laugh at it, because the fact is like I'd never say some shit like that. So long story short, there's also, I'm seeing a butterfly, so there's really a transformation in your dreams, unexpected opportunities. Am I reading the book right now of this? Okay, no, they don't want me to, so all right. So I feel as though let's just because again, I'm sorry, I'm all over the place, guys. And I'm kind of like in my head judging myself, I'm not gonna lie. But the whole thing is, let me just see, there's like a lot going on. What I want to do here is I want to just reverse, is it for my highest and best good to reverse, to reveal all of these at the same time? Yeah, that's what I'm getting, because I just feel like they all need to be like united, and there needs to be a storyline. For flow, right? Like I just want more flow. Does this one want to be revealed right now at the moment? Okay. Yeah, there's like a unity that they want to. Oh my god, and we got the unity card right here. Oh my god, right in front of me. Yo, that's so fucking crazy. That is crazy. I didn't even realize that. And that's what they want. They want a unity. All right, so I'm going to place it down for a second. Wow, guys, such beautiful cards, like, extreme, okay? Extremely beautiful cards, okay? From this Thursday to next Thursday is highly potently powerful, that's all I'm saying. All right, so this may not even be a typical reading where I'm going to give you background stories unless it comes to me. But I just wanted to tell you, all right, so let's just reveal all of them, and then if I have anything to kind of like go off of, I will, right? So first for the health, we have the dreamer, like I said. So Archangel Metatron, a leap of faith, follow your dreams, unexpected opportunities. So that's for your health this week. And again, sorry for the lighting, but I feel like it's better that way. Not better that way, but better back here in terms of seeing the card. For your financial wealth, it's 9 of Earth, enjoying life's luxuries, spending quiet time alone, successful self-employment. Guys, no, you definitely can't see it. You definitely can't see it. I'm still gonna keep trying as if it's gonna change, but listen, I ain't cray. I ain't that cray. Okay, and then for your real relationships as the third card, you're getting 5, which is positive change, unity, Archangel Sandalphon, and it says traditional viewpoints or methods, and what I'm getting is that work, spiritual organization, seek out mentors or like-minded friends. That's beautiful. And then for, what do we have, business? Okay, business is decisions, do what you know is, stand up for your beliefs. I mean, like, pretty freaking self-explanatory. And something to believe in, which is, or the theme of the card this week also. It's a fire, victory, good news is on its way, public recognition or rewards. Hey, that's so like, do you see what I'm saying? Like, it's such a good, like, it's so straightforward in a sense. Maybe not so much the Justice card, but I feel as though that definitely wants to be seen as the justice, seen as just simple, like justice, like in terms of like well balanced words are coming in. That's like really beautiful. Let me see what's up because I'm getting to like hold them like this, so I just want to see. I'm like it's so interesting. I'm super like feel like it's such a good week, but I'm feeling right now in terms of this week going forward that I'm feeling like there needs to be so much being released at the very moment that it's kind of like getting in the way of what you want to really be doing, right? So let me just like, it might take me a little second to like kind of really inhale what the hell I'm trying to freaking express here. So give me 1 second, guys. I'm really going to just try to take it in. All right. What I'm getting is just be. And I don't know if that's for me right now or for you guys. Or like in terms of this week. Archangel Metatron is heavily like with us in a sense. I'm like asking my A team, I'm like, should I go to the cards? And like, no, just be. And I'm like, okay, I'm just being live on cam. That's really, that's pretty awesome. That's so it's like they're asking, I guess what's coming out from that is patience, right? We have to have patience right now in this very moment for the week ahead to come. But also in every one of our moments. And that's what I'm saying. I think there's just like this impatience coming out, and I don't know if it's just in my environment that's happening, but you know, because as you expand, you're no longer going to be you no longer can kind of tolerate different things. You know what I'm saying? So it's just kind of like it's kind of like you've had more than enough. You know what I'm saying? Because you've took it on for way too long, and now it's like you're about to bust out. Somebody just, I don't know what they did back there, so that's confirmation. A 9 of Earth. Interesting. What I'm getting is romanticize yourself this week in terms of self-care. It's very good to do that. What I'm getting is also sit in silence. Breathe is one of them because I just did that. And calling upon these angels are very, very like imperative this week. So Archangel Metatron is big, right? Archangel Raguel next for justice is also very big. Archangel Sandalphon, I feel, is like, he's there, but he's more so in the background. He's chilling. Do we do the feminine right now? No, it's so funny. They really just want me to be with the cards. Okay. There's a lot of like unicorn beliefs going on because I'm seeing the unicorn. And I really feel like I sound fucking crazy as I'm like doing this right now, but just bear with me, guys. I'm just kind of like, again, it's like there's just more energy needed to take in. You know, also what I'm getting, it's very interesting. I feel like this is all happening for a very good reason because I think the people tuning in right now just need to just be, and they also need to just relax, and we're not giving ourselves enough of that time throughout the day or just like in general, right? So it's kind of like we're all together being put through this in terms of just like don't do anything right now. Like just relax. Don't even think, just kind of like observe. You know what I'm saying? So it's one of those things, it's like just be. It's huge, actually, because I feel like we're kind of being forced into doing this. And like, I'm going to say like my ego has, like, actually put it this way, maybe not so much my ego, but like my wholesomeness has already been doing this for a very long time in terms of observing and just being. Then I no longer want to do that. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm just like, yo, get me the fuck out. Like, I need some sort of change. You know what I'm saying? And again, change is going to come in the form of unity this week, which is Archangel Raphael. Traditional viewpoints or methods, spiritual organizations, seek out mentors and like-minded friends. What I'm getting is ask for help this week if you need something, because what you need to be creating for more of yourself is, and again, I'm not going to like break this down into like this would be the real relationships card, but I'm going to stop referring to it as that because I just feel like they do want to unite as like in terms of like a light life, right? Like they just want to be together, so they don't want to be seen as separate. They just want to unite. And with that being said, just to finish off my last idea is, or my last message rather, is that if you feel stuck, like I kind of did, make sure to call upon either, your guardian angels or your earth guardian angels, because we all have those, right? So it's one of those things that, and spiritual organizations is popping out, which kind of is like, what I'm hearing is make it bigger than it is. So whether it's you feel like you need to kind of be more out loud about like bringing people together in terms of what you need help with, like do it. Like, and when I say out loud, I mean like a foundation or a charity. You know what I'm saying? That type of thing. Like that in its sense is a spiritual organization, right? So do I turn to the feminine cards right now? Yeah, I feel like we need a boost. I feel like that's so interesting. All right, so this is what I'm getting because of these energies. I feel like the masculine side is doing great, but it's being way too serious and way too hard on itself and way too judgmental of itself, right? So we just need to know that we're doing great for right now, okay? So it's super fascinating how fucking interesting these energies are. Super fascinating. All right, so angels, we need the highest and best 4 cards at the top of this deck, or flip them out, whatever you want to do, that pertain to the 4 categories that we have here on this little green index card that I've listed for this upcoming week. And also, what's being nurtured? Do I stop shuffling the cards right here, right now? Okay, do I turn them over? Okay. Yeah. Ooh, that one definitely wanted to flip-a-roo. Do we go for a fifth card for believing right now at all? Oh, that's bottom of the deck. Okay, cool. Bottom of the deck, listen to your intuition. That's the believing card. I don't know if you, yeah. So, all right, here we go. I'm gonna just place that up there. Do these want to be united as well? Yes, they do. Okay. Whew. We have to breathe. All right, so it says health. Look for a sign. Let's see how it all works out. I think I just have to, I got to slow down with these readings. I think that's what it is. For financial wealth, it's forgiveness. Again, you can't see the cards. For real relationships, it's trust. And for business, no need to worry. Oh my gosh, I love it. All right, so now we really get a wholesome storyline here. All right, so this is what I'm going to do, guys. You're like literally sitting there watching me play because this is basically what I do with my life. Okay. Here's what's going to go on. We're going to blend them. All right, so we got 8 cards. Infinity. All right. So as, oh, this is so interesting. All right. So as in your health, I don't know what exactly, oh, I see now. Okay. So in your health, you're going to be seeing signs from the other side that are going to be kind of like freaking you out. So hence the dreamer. Okay, a leap of faith, follow your dreams, unexpected opportunities, look for a sign. It's just like there's going to be weird occurrences that you're going to be like, I know I didn't make that shit up, right? So I feel as though there's a gateway opening up towards this magical energy, right? Because we're coming into Christmas, right? Like into the Christmas. What is there? I think 10 more days, or no, there's more. There's like 12 more days, or a little bit more, maybe 13 more days until Christmas. What are we at? I don't even know. I think 14 maybe more days, or 12. Damn, fuck. It's one or the other. Okay. But basically, so what you're going to do is you're going to be feeling, because your spirituality has been kind of more blown open. Like we've reached another level of like what the third eye can do, right? So this is very interesting. You're going to be seeing signs, and you're also going to, thank you guys so much. Bless you. Oh, so nice. I just saw Melanie, and I'm seeing you from far away, so I apologize if I can't see all of your comments. But it says the dreamer, so basically you're able to, you're going to able, like, so the vortex is kind of open, right? There's a very thin veil, and that's what I've been feeling. Very interestingly enough, it's kind of like a Halloween thin veil, right? Where you're so blown open that you can now actually communicate. So what I'm also getting is that you're going to be seeing loved ones kind of like come forward in dreams and things like that. Like even in real life, like actually before I was sitting, I was sitting and I was watching TV, and just a background story. What's it called? Lindsay Lohan is opening up her own nightclub in Greece. And she was like, yeah, I'm flipping the switch. Like everybody's usually like used to looking at me. Now I'm looking at them, you know? And I was like, and I literally took it in a more like mediumship way. And I was like, that's basically like how I feel right now in terms of spirit. It's like usually I felt the one being looked at, and now I'm gonna be able to see them and communicate with them, and then also, you know, give out messages. So I was like laughing to myself because I was like, that's the flipping of the script that I'm gonna be doing, right? So yeah, so you're going to be seeing different signs of the mediumshipness. And again, if you don't know about the license plates, you know, definitely like look out for certain license plates with messages on them. But I feel as though you're definitely going to, and I feel like your animals are also going to be seeing your loved ones. I mean, they usually do, but I just feel like this week is going to be really big. There's like a crane here for a crane. I want to say it's a crane, but it's a larger duck of purity, which is kind of like an angel. So you may even be seeing, I mean, you could really be seeing all different versions of different things, guys. I mean, I'm talking about angels, butterflies, birds, different dogs. What else? You know, for me, fairies and leprechauns came up just recently, and I was like, okay, we're doing it. Like, let's just do it all. So, health. You're going to be way healthy and wealthy once that pops up. So that's really interesting because, and do you see how like one needed the other? Like one was being very, let me just do this before I forget. One was being very like just missing something, right? And so one had to have the other, and there also needed to be a togetherness of things happening, right? So I just wanted you to just be mindful of that. It's like we all need each other, right? That's literally the message there too. Then for the financial wealth, again, we're going over this, but I'm just going to do it. 9 of Earth, enjoying life's little luxuries, spending quiet time alone, successful self-employment, and forgiveness. Now, right away, I'm just so grateful because it's like I can really do this in a wholesome way. Before I was like way lost, so thank you, A-Team, for putting it all together. But so this basically, this card like is it's like because you've been able to forgive yourself in a different maybe project in the past, in terms of, or not being able to reach, like not being able to make money from a certain progress and project wanted to come out at the same time. Basically, you're going to be forgiving yourself for the fact that, you know, that certain project didn't make you money, or, you know, you had your heart and your dreams set on this one thing and you never kind of launched it. But now this week, I feel like as though there's a forgiveness there, and you're going to actually, what I'm hearing is you're going to start all over again. And by starting all over again, I mean, it makes sense because the dreamer also popped up. So it's kind of like you have help from beyond, and now is the divine timing for it. So it's kind of like, just make sure that you are just very grateful that this is the divine timing for it and give it another go. And because you've healed and you've forgiven, like basically, and I want to say this doesn't even just have to be you. This, I feel like whoever was a part of this project in terms of this financial wealth, like whichever way that you've kind of created your head, and maybe there's a person there that like didn't, wasn't flowing with you harmoniously, that maybe they even, I mean, I'm not going to go into the dark side of things, but I'm just going to say, like, maybe they did you dirty, and now you're like time has passed, and you're kind of over it, you're forgiving of it, you're not forgetting of it, but you're forgiving of it, because the thing is, you can't forget, because if you forget the lesson too, right? So when you forgive, though, you can forgive and just like release and let it go, which you have done, so that you can actually, the result is the masculine, which is, and the action of it is the masculine. So that's you just enjoying like this release, the little luxuries, spending quiet time alone, successful self-employment. So things are basically rebalancing, right? That's basically what's going on in your financial wealth. And what I really truly do see is a balance. Like you're getting money from like 2 different like streams of income. So I don't know if that's like if that's a thing. Also maybe a 3rd stream of income. Like maybe there's something new coming up. But there is a transformation, and I definitely see stability in it since it's Earth. And it's that's interesting. It's a 9. 9s are completions. And a forgiveness, like when you forgive, that's also a completion too, right? So it's very interesting that they're together on it. They're together and they're in on it. You know what I'm saying? What else would we like to say about this? Anything else? No. Okay. So here we go. Actually, whoops. Yeah, okay. So for the real relationships, again, we're just going to go over it. 5, unity, Archangel Sandalphon, traditional viewpoints or methods, spiritual organizations, seek out mentors and like-minded friends, and trust. Okay. What I'm getting, though, here is there's going to be a reconciliation of sorts that you may not even have wanted, like you felt like you would have done really well without, okay? But if it were to come back without your doing, right, without you giving it a thought, or without, if it just happens out of like thin air, right, where you're just like, okay, I would have been okay without this person giving me the closure. But if the person ends up like coming into your world, you know, like if you physically see them or whatever, and thank you, Melanie Schmidt. Oh, you're so, that's so beautiful. I don't know if you're still commenting or if like YouTube just like allows me to see it. Like, I don't know how it works. I feel like you commented those things already, so I just wanted to say thank you again. I feel like what I wanted to say before is I feel like the comments pop up now and again just to make sure that you see all of them, but I'm not sure if that's just me coming up with a fucking idea of, or an assumption, right? But thank you. And so, long story short, I wanted to just like let you know that if it's basically out of your hands, and if it just happens naturally, just listen to what the other person has to say and trust that this had to have happened, right? Because again, this card is showing basically like there are guides, like this is bigger than you, like this is you, but then there's also like, you know, different realms or different levels of you that, you know, that may need the closure that your physical self doesn't need, right? So you kind of sometimes, like, life can be really invisible, where you don't see things, you don't know what you need and you don't know what you want, but yet they're all kind of given to you through spirit, right? So it's like you don't know that you need a certain healing, but it comes to you out of the blue, and it's something that maybe you may not have wished for, and you may have been totally like okay without, but if somebody needs to express themselves, just trust that that's what needs to happen, right? That's what I'm getting. And also maybe it's because it needs to create like a more unity. Like maybe some people come out of the past. That's why I honestly say that when something goes down in my life, I really, truly, like, maybe I can go through a phase of hatred, but I never end up still hating on that person so much where I wish them fucking nasty or whatever, right? Because my end goal is I do truly want to love everybody, either close, close, and by close I mean close-knit to me, or from afar. And actually, when I mean close, I mean actually very detached from them, but also being close to them. Do you get what I'm saying? And I don't mean that in a distance way, but I also do mean that in a distance way, like I'm open to whatever it needs to be, right? Yeah, I hear you, Melanie. Like, there are different aspects of yourself that's very hard to forgive yourself in. Like, it's true. I'm actually having difficulties, like, forgiving somebody else, I feel. And as much as I'm a dreamer, like, I feel like I'm, like, dreaming to forgive this person, and I hope that I absolutely have done it. But I don't know if I actually feel that in myself just yet. Do you get what I'm saying? So I'm kind of, like, projecting this forgiveness and because I want it to be the result of it, but I also don't know if that's actually the case just yet. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, I feel sometimes as though you need to give yourself distance from from people, if you're dealing with different people, not yourself, but if you're dealing with people. Okay, I'm gonna put it in 2 different ways. If you're dealing with people, it's really good to give it space, right? Oh, I'm glad that you're still there. Thank you. And thanks for reiterating that, because again, I don't know how this works, but just yet, I have to look into it. But also, like, in terms of like you forgiving yourself, I feel as though sometimes it's really good to give yourself the space where you kind of really give yourself the bird's eye view of yourself, right? Like, just know that, because sometimes when I don't know how to put it, sometimes when we go through life, like, things happen that we don't like happen, but then it's kind of like, but then you have to kind of like balance it out with like, okay, this is a minor event. I don't like how I acted, or I don't like what transpired. But then you have to look at the bigger picture of things, and you have to say to yourself, okay, but in general though, like, am I this way, right? Like, am I always this way, right? And if you're always that way, then you do have to change for the better in some way, or in one way or another, to make it better. Or you just have to, that's like basically how to forgive yourself, I feel, where you just kind of like are like, okay, I have to just accept that this is maybe a little fucked up. Like, this is a little fucked up of a situation that, like, obviously it's not ideal, but with time, know that it's going to heal, but also with space in terms of seeing yourself as a more of a good person and doing good, on a daily basis and on a moment-to-moment basis, you will eventually heal and forgive yourself. And also, I mean, I would just do a lot of praying. Praying really helps, because sometimes the praying takes a lot of the worries away, right? So if you're a Capricorn, or, feel free to share your sign if you feel like it. But if you're a Capricorn, I know, like, somebody told me a long time ago, like, oh, Capricorns were like the most worrywarts of like the zodiac, and I was like, oh, fuck that. Like, I mean, like, I was like, thank you for that information, but like, also, do I want to trust that information? Because if I trust it, I take it as a belief, and that kind of sounds crazy, but like, what I mean is, I don't want to hang on to that as my truth, to then trust it, to then have it as my belief, right? So I had to sit there and think, but I said, in case it like entered my entire, because again, I don't know how the body works, but in case it like entered my subconscious, I wanted to be like, yo, I wanted to make sure that it's not there, that I didn't take it on as, oh, this is something that I should believe in. So I just kept on praying about it, and I'm like, okay, and then that's how I got into prayer mode within myself. And that's how I also just like really, kind of put a lot of things to rest. I don't know if 37 means anything to you guys, but 3737 just popped up. So, do we look that up at all? All right. Nope, not. That's not my duty tonight. They're saying no, not to look it up. So the whole thing is, again, a lot of prayer helps also in uniting and trusting. So if you're having trouble with that, in terms of any real relationships going on, what I'm also getting, very interestingly enough, not even on the darker side, on the purest of lighter sides, if you are a person just getting into a relationship, it's like, fuck, like, this is going, like, I feel it in my heart. It's like, oh my god, this unity is happening. You don't know what the fuck is, like, it's really all seems so good. Like, you know how when people say, like, oh, it's too good to be true? It's like, no, for me, I know I deserve the too good to be true, so it's never going to be a bad thing, right? And again, it's with the dreamer of mine. So, but also, let's be very real with ourselves when we're dreaming. It's like, we don't want to mold somebody into our dreams. We want to accept them as our dream type of person. Do you get what I'm saying? There's two different ways of dreaming. One's a little negative and not so grounded and so real, and the other one's being real with yourself, to also have a really exciting and happy life, right? So when it comes to the unity part, it's like, you might just like literally meet your divine like spiritual partner, which is like soulmate, twin flame, whatever you believe in. I don't even know the difference between all of them just yet, because I feel like I want to say it's the same thing, but then there are some people like saying it's not the same thing, so I'm like, I'm not even gonna use that terminology. It's like, basically, you're a romantic partner for life. You might when you meet this person, you might be like in total complete fucking shock of how good it is, because you've united and like the angels have brought it to you, but then also you're like, I've never seen this type of love before. So it's kind of like, you really do have to trust that it's for you. What I'm getting back here is, do you see that butterfly? There is going to be a change in terms of real relationships. So just make sure that that you know that it's golden is what I'm getting. It's golden. And for some people, you might not even know how to handle it, you know, because you're just like, oh my God, this is so pure and it's so beautiful. And it's something that I've never ever experienced before, but you're allowing yourself to, right? You're in receiving mode of it, because of the fact that, because of the fact that it's like, yeah, I mean, it's just one of those things. It's like, you've never experienced this before. So you're allowing to, I don't know what I want to do. Do I want to read? Do I want to drink? I need to actually take a sip. Hold on, give me a second. I get so freaking thirsty because I just can blab, blab, blab. But like, so the whole thing is, yeah, it's just going to be very healing. It's just, see the glow of this card along with this butterfly over here. Like, I just feel like it's so light filled and transformative and in a good way that you're just going to be like, I don't even know, like, it's going to be life changing in a sense. That's what I'm hearing. So, you know, it's just, it's very interesting because it's like this card, it can also be depicted as like, okay, yeah, they're your angels, but then you have a person right behind you, which it's kind of like you're blending together, right? There's a trust there. There's like I got you. You know what I'm saying? That type of ordeal. So it's like this is like really like this is, and it's bringing on a lot of heat. Like it's real. It's real. So just trust it. You know what I'm saying? And again, sometimes like, when I say trust it, I mean trust yourself with it, okay? Ooh, I don't know if that's going to disappear, Melanie. Hold on one second. Oh, it went away. And actually, I have something, like, in the middle of the freaking screen, so it's like, which needs, like, it's the holder that's in the middle of the comments. Wait, maybe I can, hold on. Let's see. See that the holder pops up if I move it. It gets in the way. Ah! Oh my God. Just stay where you are, okay? Just stay. All right. So, sorry, Melanie, that like comment went away, but like feel free to possibly, I was going to say, I don't know if the comments show up when the video posts, but yeah, copy and paste your comment and then I'll be able to see it that way. I think that's what we can do. Okay, so are we moving on from these cards? Yeah, I felt that. All right, so business. The 8, Justice, Archangel Raguel, fair and just decisions. Do what you know is right. Stand up for your beliefs. Okay, so I feel like you guys are doing a great job at this. That's what I feel right off the bat. So, excuse me, hence why there's no need to worry, okay? But also, there are things that I feel like you're pushing forward towards and you're like really wanting to see like rewards. You know what I'm saying? You really want to see just rewards come into play, and you may have been working so much towards making these whatever it is in terms of business wise, you know, like projects that like yeah, just business projects, marketing, whatever you want to call it. There's been like really big goals that you've been going after and you've been pushing so hard, and you've been pushing for a very long time. So now it's kind of like the justice is being served. Amen to that. And also there, again, I love how self-explanatory these cards are, because it's like, I really have nothing to say to them. It's like, it's just crazy. Like and actually it's funny. I knew that day would come where I'm like, these cards are going to get, because the thing is, as a person, I'm very simple, right? And I'm still trying to figure it out. I just see the LOL, so thanks for laughing with me. What was I going to say? So I just knew that this day would come because of the fact that literally, like, I'm so simplified in my mind and in my heart and in my space, like in terms, I mean, you might not think that I'm simplified in my space, but I'm also living with a lot of things in my space, okay? So they're like, you got to just like, something needs to be acceptable, okay? And accept it. But the whole thing is, but in my mind, like everything that I'm living with, like I actually welcomed in. Like I just didn't, I was very mindful about it, right? So I knew that this day would come where things get very just simple and I don't have to fucking say much. And I have to be like, here, these are the cards that showed up, bye. You know what I'm saying? So it's either that or me teaching about life, right? So it's one or the other, I feel, the yin and the yang, right? But in this case, I feel like these are self-explanatory, so I'm just going to allow myself to just show them to you. And again, if something comes up, but they're pretty explanatory. Infinity, yeah, you're gonna, like, infinity is definitely something. Okay, so fair and just decisions, this is what I wanted to say before, is that, again, you have angels in working behind the scenes for you. So whenever I see the word fair, I actually think of the word mediumship, okay? Because that's what you're doing. Fair is kind of bridging, like it's kind of being the mediator, right? Like you're bridging two different realms, right? You're being fair, you're being just, you're being kind, you're being all of those things, and that's really what like mediumship is all about. You're really kind of bringing together two realms that actually need to be experiencing justice. So long story short, I feel as though a lot of people, like, again, I know I mentioned it before in terms of mediumship and people that you might, your ancestors, like, coming forward. Like, I feel as though that, that you're either, oh, okay, this is interesting, that they're helping you from the other side is what I wanted to say in terms of mediumshipness, so you really have no need to worry about that. The other thing is, in terms of a business, you might just make a decision that you want to go into this field. And I'm not saying to go into it. I know I personally am accepting of it, right? So whatever needs to happen, needs to happen. But also, what was I going to say with that is that, there was about, what was it about? Oh, that's what it was. About if you feel as though you are experiencing a lot of metaphysical and spiritual stuff that are unexplainable to you, in a sense, I see as though that you're going to be entering a business that's actually going to help you, right? So again, we have unity over here, which is, traditional viewpoints and methods, spiritual organizations. It's like that also could be flowing into this too, where it's like you're entering into a business space that really is looking to kind of, what's it called? Like, teach you about all this metaphysical stuff. Like, you have questions that basically come up that are going to be answered, I feel, in a fair and just way, right? So that's another thing. Like, it's like, and mysticism, because I see a mist down here. It's like you're going to be interested in this mysticism and maybe how to create a business out of your mysticism gifts, your mysticized gifts, your mystical gifts. Yeah. So that's you standing up for your beliefs, essentially too, right? Where you're just like, no, I just have to. This is what I got to do. That's it. Like, you just have to accept it. So no need to worry. You're being guided in terms of where you're going to go. I mean, again, all very simple and to the point type of messages. But it's really funny because, like, mentally speaking, like, I'm always ready to, like, come on here and, like, teach what I need to teach, right? Look at my cape. Like, there's a cape going on with my hood right now. Okay, so in terms of your theme, you have 6 of Fire. Victory, good news is on its way. Public recognition or reward. So again, that plays out into justice as well, as we were just talking about. So that's that card. It's a little dark. It's like darker on the screen, I feel. I mean, it comes off really dark on the screen. And then as a feminine card, you have listened to your intuition. So it's like as though you've been listening to it's definitely you've been listening to your intuition, which has been giving you the golden touches everywhere you kind of end up being in your life, right? and it's funny because you get these golden nuggets of wisdom, and here I'm seeing in the picture, it's like, but also they're like, it's kind of like this passionate, do I want to call it blood? I don't want to call it blood. I want to call it more like petals that are like really, what's the word? How do you put it together? Accentualizing? Damn, I don't know the word. I can't say it. Whatever. So, long story short, yeah, so the golden nuggets, the golden wisdom nuggets that you're getting through your intuition is also helping your root chakra, which is basically having you gain more stability and more confidence within yourself, so that you can feel more victorious, right, in terms of whatever that you do. So again, across the board, it's a beautiful week coming ahead, and this is already like a very powerful week. But I guess this powerful week that we're in right now, it needed to kick in to then bring all of these rewards next week, right, and so on. I'm just gonna say it's like a continuation of sorts. But yeah, I mean, that's basically it. And never stop listening to your intuition and your instincts. That's like something you never want to stop doing, because there's always victory at the end of doing that. Even though you might have to like wait a little bit, and there's always patience at play. That's something you always want to listen to, is your intuition, and follow your dreams and listen to your heart. I mean, these are things that they're real, guys. It's like, it's not something that, and you can still stay alive when doing that. I know sometimes it seems tougher to do, but the more that you unlearn about this stuff that you actually don't want to believe in, the better your life ends up becoming. And it's so funny because you might have to go through like little rough patches here and there, and you might not know how the fuck you're doing it. But if you just stick to what is right for you and stand up for your beliefs, and concretely in your mind, like in your mind's vision, but in your being, that this is where you're heading towards, like you see a vision for yourself, and like you can't expect others to see it, but you see it for yourself. You literally just go after what it is. Oh, good job, Melanie. That's awesome. Yeah, tarot deck. Yeah, definitely. So see, like, it's like you might be just like coming into these realms like this week where it's just like, all right, well, I'm really getting, because obviously, if you bought your first tarot deck, which is super exciting, you literally, you were led to do that, so it's like, it's super important in terms of following your intuition, and also working with tarot decks really expands your intuition, which is very interesting. So, definitely, I would love to hear about the process in terms of like what you end up going through. Do I have any other things to pull out now? No, I think so. I think we're done here, guys. Thank you so much, and thanks so much, Melanie, for commenting, and anybody else who commented also. I really appreciate it. And yeah, and then I'll be back here next Thursday to do the weekly, because I like to do my weeklies on from Thursday to Thursday. Unless I miss it, then I'll just fucking miss it, or I'll come at a later day. But yeah, definitely tune into my morning videos, which either come on in the morning or come on midday, because sometimes I just end up having to do it midday. So, have a wonderful night, have a wonderful week ahead, which you will. And yeah, and just follow your intuition and know that there's victory at the end of the tunnel. That's going to be huge. And that's always going to be the case. That's like the divine spiritual truth of it all. So I love you guys. Talk to you soon. Bye.